Hello everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Arkham Horror 2nd edition, where we are playing Tendrils from below, where we're trying to keep good old Nyogtha slumbering. We don't want him waking up and devouring the world. So we're just about to go into episode 7, but before we do, just a couple of things. Not major errors as such. Gil pointed out that I'd been putting our trophies back into the bag. Now, what you do normally is you'd put them at the bottom of the gate stack. So, but because we're using a bag, that doesn't really work. So what I've done is I've taken them out. If we ever get to a situation where we've got no more of these gate trophies in the bag, then obviously we'll tip them back into the bag. But yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. So we'll either lose or we'll win before then. But yeah, I've took those out. It just saves us getting the same gates again and again and again. So pop those out. And another thing just to clarify is Fear No Evil, Sister Mary's personal story that she achieved. She can use her reroll for anybody in the upkeep phase, not just her. So I'll just clear that one up. I generally do tend to use it for her because she's a lot more effective if she is blessed, is Sister Mary. But yes, we can use it on other roles during the upkeep phase for any of the investigators, not just Sister Mary. So I think that's all I wanted to go through. So who is going to be first in the upkeep phase? It's going to be Rita Young. So let's get over to the upkeep phase. And here we are at the upkeep phase with Rita. Here she is. First things first, she's going to get $2. So that puts her up to $9, which will be very useful. And yeah, she's got a roll for that retainer. So let's just hope she doesn't get a 1. Come on. She gets a 5. That's great. I'm doing brilliantly on these rolls, he says, hoping he continues to do brilliantly on these rolls, and he hasn't done himself in by boasting about it. But anyway, yeah, she keeps a retainer. And what else is she going to do? I don't think we're going to change anything. We'll just keep her as she is. We want that very high speed, for example. We want to keep that. So I think what we'll do is we'll leave it at that for her, and we will move on to William Yorick. Here is William. First thing we've got to do with him is obviously we've got to roll for his blessing. So come on, William. And he gets a 5, so he keeps that. That's good stuff. We can get rid of that. And is he going to change anything on his sliders? I don't think he is. No, he's going to... yeah, he's just going to keep everything the way he is. He's got the Lamp of Al-Hazred in his hands, because I think he's going to have to use that. He is sat with the Dark Druid in the Unvisited Isle, so he's got rid of his revolver and he's going to try the Lamp of Al-Hazred on that fellow, I think. Okay, after him it is Wilson. Right, Wilson's blessed, but he hasn't had it for a full turn yet, so we do what we normally do. We'll just pop that up there, and that'll remind us that next time we will have to roll for his blessing. He is going to move his sliders. He's going to move his speed up. And because he's got unlimited focus, we'll just put it straight to the top. So he's now got 4 speed. Other thing we've got to do, which you always forget to do right at the beginning, is we have to refresh cards. So he does get his motorcycle, and Fellow Travellers comes back as well. Alright, so I think that is it for him. So we can move on to Sister Mary. And yes, we've got to roll for hers. So hopefully she does have a reroll. She hasn't had to use it on anybody else. And she got 3 anyway, so no problems there. That's great. Is she moving her sliders? She is. She's going to move her speed up by 1. So she goes up to 3 speed. I think that is it for her, and that is it for the upkeep phase. So brilliant again. We've kept all our blessings and retainers and things like that, so that's fantastic. Right, let's get straight into the movement phase. And here we are with Rita. She's in South Church. So she's got a movement of 6. And we're going to move her up to the curiosity shop. But how are we going to do that with all those monsters in the streets? Well, when I was going on the end of the Mythos phase, last turn, I neglected to tell you something because I was sort of trying to keep it, you know, I was trying to keep the tension up. But the fact is, she can go 1 to Southside, 2 to Uptown, and when she gets to Miskatonic University, what would normally happen is you'd have to encounter the monster. But our werewolf friend is elusive. Can you just see it on there? He's elusive, just under physical immunity. And that means he doesn't interact with any investigators unless you attack him first. So he's sort of like, you know, keeping to the shadows, wants to keep out of the way, doing his werewolfy things, you know, sniffing lampposts, that sort of stuff. So we can actually go right past him and not have to fight him or evade him. So go to the Merchant District, North Side, and then for her 6th movement point, she actually goes to the Curiosity Shop way up there. So that is her movement. Next up, it will be William Yorick. And here we are with William Yorick at the Unvisited Isle. He's not going to go anywhere, but he is going to try and get rid of this guy. Because, you know, he can keep him as a trophy and stuff, I think. Yeah, he's alright to be kept as a trophy. And let's just get rid of it anyway, because we don't like him. Now, it's physically resistant, so he's going to use his Lamp of Al-Hazred. So we're going to get +5 to this combat check. And it's not magically resistant or immune, so that is great. First of all, we've got to do a horror check, which is at -1. So let's do that. His will is 3. Does he get anything from anywhere else? I don't think he does. So he's just going to be rolling 2 blessed dice. And he gets 2 2s, which is a load of crap. So he loses a sanity. So he is down to 3 sanity, which is a bit of a downer. We'll get rid of those 2 2s, because when we come to the combat check, we do want to kill it. So what we've got here, we've got -2 on the combat check. So we've got +5, and a fight of 4, that's 9. -2 is going to be 7 dice. So 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, 7, and we need 2 successes. And we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. So I think the Lamp of Al-Hazred has done its business. So kill that, which gives us a... So there's only 6 monsters in Arkham now. We get a stand back. The Dark Druid itself is kept by William as a trophy, and he's done a great job there. So he's got rid of a monster off the board, and we'll put the Lamp of Al-Hazred back. So that's it for him. Brilliant stuff. Killed the Dark Druid. After him, it's going to be Wilson Richards. And here we are with Wilson. It's going to be the same deal with him. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, ignore Mr. Werewolf because it's elusive, and 4, he is going to go into the science building here. So that is it for Wilson's movement. After him, it is Sister Mary. And here we are with Sister Mary. What we're going to do, change my mind a little bit. I was going to have her go into the curiosity shop, but you know what? We may as well get some money, because we're quite far through the game, so I think she can afford to get herself a bank loan. So she's just going to go 1, 2 into the Bank of Arkham, and she will stay there. Okay, that's it for her. That's it for the movement phase. Next up is the Arkham encounter phase. And here we are at the Arkham encounter phase, and Rita, who is our first player. No guesses for what she's going to do. Yes, we're going to use the text encounter under here, and she's going to shop. So let's get the unique items deck, and we'll give it a quick shuffle and a cut, and then she's going to pick, well, we're going to turn over 3 cards, and she's going to pick one that she wants. So she has to buy one. So first one is the King in Yellow, we don't want that. Next one is the Cabal of Saboth, we don't particularly want that either. Or an Enchanted Blade. I think we're going to buy the Enchanted Blade, to be honest. The King in Yellow, we've already got a copy of that somewhere. I think Wilson's got it. Cabal of Saboth, I think this just gets you a skill, doesn't it? Yeah. Not really interested in that, so we'll discard these 2. And we'll spend $6 on the Enchanted Blade, which is obviously a magical weapon because it's enchanted, and it gives +4 to combat checks, and you only use one hand with it, so that'll be excellent. So we'll pop that with her, which will be really good. In fact, we'll swap that with her axe, so she'll use that rather than the axe from now on. And that's great. Okay, pity we didn't get an Elder Sign, but never mind. That is it for Rita. Next up, it is William Yorick. And here we are with William, and we've had to bring the good old dice tower in, because the one downside about William killing that Dark Druid is he stays on the Unvisited Isle, which is a horrendous location. They're normally really horrible encounters. So, but he is blessed, so hopefully we'll be able to get away with it. And we'll do a cut, and then read the bad news. Right, what have we got? Unvisited Isle. You come across a large pile of human bones under the boughs of one of the willows on the isle. Lose 1 sanity, but find a scroll among the bones. Draw 1 spell. Ooh. So, not too bad. We have got a spell, but he's lost another sanity. So he's down to 2 sanity now, unfortunately. So we could do with getting him to Arkham Asylum next turn, I think. Because 2 sanity, we're pushing it. We are pushing it there. Okay, so spell. Let's get the spell deck. No, that is the unique item deck. So spell deck. Shuffle and a cut, and let's see what we get. We get Wither, always a good spell. So casting modifier is +0, sanity cost is 0, which is good. Magical spell, any phase, cast and exhaust to gain +3 to combat checks until the end of this combat. Brilliant. So found the scroll of Wither on the Unvisited Isle. Cost him a sanity, but yeah, that'll be alright. So put that on his player tray with Bind Monster. So he's got a couple of spells now. That's it for William. Next up, it is Wilson Richards. And here we are with Wilson Richards. He's also going to use the text description for the science building, so instead of having an encounter here, he may spend 5 toughness worth of monster trophies or 1 gate trophy to gain 2 clue tokens. That's what he's going to do. So I won't put that back in the bag. I'll put it off to one side with the others. And he does get his 2 clue tokens, courtesy of whatever the professors who were studying the gate trophy told him. So we'll pop that onto his player tray. He now has 5 clues, and he will be able to close and seal a gate, so that's great news. Okay, that is it for Wilson. So all that leaves is Sister Mary. So let's go up to the Bank of Arkham. And here we are with Sister Mary. Again, we're going to use the text encounter. And bank loan, instead of having an encounter, you may take out a bank loan if you don't have one yet. She doesn't. So she's going to take out a bank loan. Now, we gain $10 when we take the card. So There's the $10. We'll put that in the player tray in a bit. And what happens is during the upkeep phase we have to roll a die. On a 1 or a 3 we've got to pay $1. Yeah? If we don't start paying dollars, like say we had no money whatsoever, then we're in big trouble because we start losing, you know, possessions and stuff like that. But that shouldn't be a problem. We'll make sure that we leave her with at least a couple of dollars so she can pay off the loan. So yeah, we don't want her losing all of her stuff. Okay, so she's got a bank loan, which will also require a roll. So what I'll do is I'll put it behind the blessing card she has, and I'll put another die on there just to remind me that I've got something else to roll for. Put $5 onto a player tray. $10, sorry, not 5. And yes, she's ready to go shopping next turn. That's it for the Arkham encounter phase. There's nobody in other worlds, so we can skip that encounter phase and we can go straight to the laugh and chuckle phase. And here we are at the laugh and chuckle phase. So let's get a card and find out the bad news. Okay, let's flip it over. Ooh, the chill of the grave doesn't sound good. First of all, we get a gate at the unvisited isle, except we don't, because we have, yes, we've got a seal there. So we don't get a gate and we don't get a doom token. Top banana. Then we get a clue. Oh, science building. So once again, Wilson's getting quite good at this. He seems to turn up in places where the extra clues always come in. So he's got 6 clues now. That's brilliant. And then we get monster movement. Oh, we're going to have a bit of movement here because we have a crescent symbol. And we've also got a plus symbol. Okay. So is anybody to start with in the streets? No. So Mr. Wraith does a fly around, goes back into the sky. We have, that is a hexagon. The ghost doesn't move, so even though it is a crescent, it doesn't move. The stalker, it's got nowhere near it, no investigator near it, sorry. So it moves on black, so it's going back to East Town. Crescent for the werewolf, I think it's fast, isn't it? Yeah, it's a fast monster. If it enters an area containing any investigators, each investigator in that area loses 2 stamina. But anyway, it's moving on black fast, so that means it goes to south side. Uptown, south side. Any other? The Leng Spider is a slash monster, so I think that's it, isn't it? Yep, all that moved was the werewolf and the mummy, and the wraith had a bit of a fly around, didn't find anybody. So that is it for monster movement. The chill of the grave, environment mystic. All undead monsters have their toughness increased by 1. Oh no! All the earthbound cut ones are undead. And we've got what? A mummy, the wraith, the bloody ghost. Ah, at least the Dark Young isn't undead, or the Leg Spider, but everything else is. So that is going to be bad. It's an environment card, so we're going to get rid of Relay Rising. So, yeah, we could do with this disappearing quite quickly. Because, yeah, there are a lot of nasty undead monsters waiting to come out of that Earthbound Cup. And giving them an extra toughness is not good. Right, discard Relay Rising. Alright, so how did we go on there? Pretty well, I think. Again, nothing major happened that of any consequence. Okay, William lost a couple of sanity, but I think we can get him up to Arkham Asylum pretty easily next turn, and he can just pay $2 and get all his sanity back. And then we'll look to put him back onto Monster Killing Patrol, I think. We've got to get Wilson into a gate now. don't fancy the Dart Young down at the woods, so I think we'll head towards the Leng Spider and Independence Square, and we'll try and get him in there. We can push his sneak up, I think, because he's got his motorbike and we've got fellow travellers, so we might even be able to sneak past that Leng Spider and not take it on. We'll have a look. Perhaps he will fight it, I don't know. We'll have a look at what he's got going for him. He does have the shotgun, so perhaps he might take it on. I'll have a think about that. Sister Mary, she's now got $10 because she's gone in and got herself a bank loan. Let's have a go at the Curiosity Shop with her as well. The other reason I want to get her to the Curiosity Shop is she will be able to trade and finally get that enchanted jewellery off Rita. Oh, another thing as well. Yeah, I think I'll have Rita trade with Wilson if we can manage it somehow. And because of Find Gate, she's still got Find Gate, hasn't she? And that alien statue we could do with palming that off as well to somebody. So a bit of trading next turn and some more digging for elder signs. Think that Rita and Sister Mary can look for elder signs in the Curiosity Shop because we're struggling for clues. There's not many clues out on the board. We've got enough to seal a gate with Wilson, but other than that we've only got one clue at the unnameable, and yeah, without elder signs we're going to struggle to seal another gate, I think. So we'll send them digging. So I think that's everybody, isn't it? Wilson to try and get into the Abyss at Independence Square, the Arkham Asylum for William to get some sanity back, and a bit of a jamboree at the Curiosity Shop to try and get an elder sign. I think that's what we'll try and do next turn. But other than that, yeah, the turn went pretty well. Yeah, nothing major happened. Getting an extra toughness on all the undead monsters is a bit of a pain, but I think we can deal with it. We'll be okay. And yeah, so things are still going swimmingly. Nyoctha is still only on 5. On his Doom track, so that's good. He hasn't, like, his Doom track hasn't advanced very much in the last few turns, so that's good news. We've got a monster stand back, and yeah, and even with the terror track, you know, we've got a chance of stopping that going forward because of Wilson's personal story. So we're in good shape. We're in very good shape. Okay, so that is it for episode 7 of Arkham Horror 2nd edition and Tendrils from Below. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. Thanks for all the views, thanks for all the subscriptions, and for all the likes and the dislikes. And of course, thank you for all the help and support that has been going forward. The past, the future, you're a set of stars. Thank you very much. Any errors? Yeah, errors. If I've made an error, give us a shout. I'll do my best to fix it if I can. Yeah, so if you've seen anything that I've done wrong, please let me know and I will try and fix it. Other than that, anybody who's been across to Board Game Links to upvote the site, thank you. Similarly, anybody who's gone along to BGG to like the video threads over there, or drop Geek Gold, or make a comment, thank you so much. Same for any followers on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Thank you very much, and I shall see you next time. And all it leaves me to say is toodaloo.